And now the BBC presents Tea Time with Terrance.
Right, thank you. Eustace.
Sorry.
Hello, and welcome to Tea Time with Terrance. I'm Terrance, and here's the tea. I'm joined by a gentleman named Frederick. Now, before we get into our irresistible platter of oral excitement for the evening, let's take a moment to pay our respects to sweet Lizzie. Oh, I suppose I'll need a new music box.
That song gets longer every time I hear it. Joy makes my knees give out.
Well, Frederick, it is tradition. Anywho, our viewers from last week shall remember that we were lost in the pages of our current novel, Pride and Prejudice. Can we have a look at that, please? Right, what a proper looking term. Anywho, let's get into today's main event. Frederick, what did you think of this week's reading?
I thought it was prideful. A real piece of work. Could use a little more prejudice, though. A real look into the soul of man.
What, soul of women?
I beg your pardon. Oh, right. Women everywhere. Can't get away from them in these pages.
Who was your favourite character?
The main one.
Why?
Well, because
She?
Right. She was very well adjusted.
Go on.
She only spoke when spoken to. Should have the old wife read this one, eh?
You haven't read the book, have you?
I have so.
You've just described the tale of a man-turned-woman who's got their head screwed on straight, but only speaks when spoken to.
And is that not the point of the book presented?
No! Goodness, no! By George, Miss Austen must be rolling in her grave. Simply rolling.
And hopefully a little bit of rocking, I might add as well.
Have you no shame? Miss Austen was one of the most prolific and belletristic writers of her time, and her women characters, I might add, are especially dutiful and strong-willed.
Well, good thing she wasn't around to give old Maggie Thatcher any ideas.
That's enough of the banter, old chap. Let's take a break. Right, welcome back. When we left off, me and the lovable oaf Mr. Frederick here were in a bit of a quabble. Let's get back to it. If you haven't read the book...
Fully digested?
Right, well, if you haven't fully digested the text, that puts a little bit of a damper on this week's installment of a litany of lessons on legendary literature, now doesn't it?
I can acquiesce to that.
Right, well then, what to do?
I haven't a clue.
Silence, Frederick. I was simply pondering aloud. Helps the neural processes in the brain, you know.
Like vitamins?
Yes, like vitamins. Let's get focused on the task at hand. Eustace, more tea, please.
All right. That's all right. Thank you.
There we go. There. Thank you. Eustace. Will be all.
Actually, can I get some sugar in mine?
No, sorry. Sorry for all the minute and laborious requests. That will be all. Thank you. You're excused. Well then, have you any ideas?
I haven't a clue on how to remedy the situation.
Well, what have you read in the past week?
Read the Times.
This is an entertainment show, Frederick. The last thing our viewers want to hear is what the Right Honourable Boris Johnson has to say.
More like Boris Johnson.
Oh, right. Well, if I'm not mistaken, my friend, there is a piece of print protruding from your knapsack behind the table, is that correct?
Will be something of the sort.
Might it be something that we in the audience would interest perusing?
Well, possibly.
Well, then bring it forth. Let the discourse which our fans so desperately crave commence. Frederick, what is this? Oh, and the smell.
Oh, it's the wrapper to me fish and chips dinner.
Oh, bollocks.